Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Levi's Stadium. The Niners playing host to the Seahawks. Sorry, I got my next game mixed up here. But big game for both these teams here. Neither team very secure in their spot. Seahawks are, well, both teams are winning in at this point. Um, if the Niners lose, they do have a chance at still making the playoffs with a Saints loss. If they win, they've got a chance at the division with our next game being a loss by the Cardinals. So that's our stakes all around here. Lots of potential for both these teams. Obviously, Seattle with the Carolina loss right in that mix. So we will see how this one shakes out. And a great return. He gets another block, and the kicker tackles him, but nearly housed it on our first play. Good job by Seattle, and great field position set up. As he is injured as well. The kicker injured him. That's a little insult to injury there, because yikes. Still no Bijan here today. They've had to make do without their stud running back. As rolls out and a penalty is going to knock this one away. DK Metcalf, though, making some serious moves, and he's going to get down to the 35, but unfortunately, probably a hold. So, like I said, great play, but unfortunately not going to matter. First and 20, and another injury timeout. How are we having so many injuries this early? I'm not going to see who it is because of the penalty, so I'll try to guess based off the formation or whatever. It's not Penix, it's not Corum, it's not DK. Okay, it's Ryan Kelly. They go outside with Corum, and he had the outside, didn't trust it. Second and 22 after the tackle for loss. I guess it could have been. No, that's not. And what a run up the middle, and he gets all the penalty yards back, all the lost yards, and just 3 yards short of a first down. Great call from Seattle, and now we'll see if they can pick this up. Going through the air. Penix, he's going to step up and complete. Gets Corum on the outside. He could have ran for it himself, but he decides to take the, I guess, safer route for himself, not taking the shot. They go outside, and he gets the quarter this time. One to beat, and he does break that, not quite break that tackle. Kind of juked the wrong way there, but still 8 yards. Good blocking on the outside to set that edge. And a second and 2 for Seattle. We'll take a play action shot here. Neighbors top of your screen working against Wiggins. They go to the ground, and a great block by Neighbors keeps the corner away. This one's Devin Neal, gets him a first down. 22 personnel in. So not in motion. And they go power right to him. And good job underneath by the San Francisco linebacker. Only a gain of 2 this time as the Seahawks enter the red zone. And Penix is going to step up, and he's going to almost throw a pick to the defensive lineman there. Would have been better off staying back a little bit and trying to deliver it. 3rd and 8. And complete catch and run. One to beat. Corum into the end zone. What a spin. What a throw. And he beats Sherwood to the end zone. A great drive from Blake Corum, and especially this running game, but caps it off through the air. A little Texas route. Feathers it up over the top of the underneath coverage. And then, whoop, into the end zone. All right, so 7-0. Seahawks take care of business on their first drive, capitalize on the great kick return they got. Now it's the Niners' turn. Rodgers seeking to make some more magic here in the ACFL. Obviously won our first Super Bowl with Green Bay, as that's a brutal one. Fred Warner down. He's going to be all right. Okay. That's, I mean, he is DPOY candidate. He is been the anchor for this defense, the only constant piece. Without him, things get a little more dicey. But they are going to be with him probably by the end of the drive. In complete short, but nothing really there. 2nd and 7. And over the middle, DJ Moore down to the 40-yard line. Just a wide open middle of the field, no one home, and a great job of the Niners taking advantage. Good play action as well. And pressure comes, and there is the sack. Split up a little bit here, but either way, that's this defensive line. Turner, and I'm going to have to assume Carter maybe was the other one. Not sure, but yeah. You see these guys, they are swarming to the football nonstop, this front four. And they do a shovel option sort of deal. He gets 1 yard, lucky to have even caught it. We got a 3rd and 14. They're showing blitz, but they probably will back out of it. Oh, a little weird blitz there. And pressure comes, and they get the sack. Great job by Pace getting in there first. So, yeah, they roll the coverage away, blitz the corner and the linebacker, and Pace, in the confusion, able to get home. Great job by the young linebacker, and now they will get the football back. And a brutal punt. And Fred's down again. They put him out there. So we have not gone a change of possession without an injury. As the kick returner got injured for Seattle, and now the Niners, Fred Warner's gotten hurt twice on the punt and the kick return. So now they're without him for this drive. As Corum gonna get him a couple yards. Yeah, give him 4. And out wide, Corum gets a huge block, and the spin doesn't work this time, but he does still pick up the first down. And they go power, and a great job up front. Nobody home. It's a foot race to the end zone, and Corum is going to win it. Touchdown Seahawks, a 58-yard Blake Corum touchdown. And the Seahawks are off and running here today. Corum, what a day for the young man. And good tackle there. So, Rodgers here, up there in the yardage, but it's kind of empty. You know, he's not had the most efficient of seasons overall. Had to throw the ball a lot. And he gets it out, and nice 6-yard completion. Yeah, it's just tough. When you're facing a front like this, you just got to be decisive. Get the ball out quick, and Rodgers can do that, but last drive he definitely had his eyes deep, and that's a great run. Had a convoy leading the way. Doesn't get much more. I maybe would have thought it added another house call for us, but it's a great job of tackling in space. As just misses that block. I guess there was chasing behind him, but excellent work by the Niners there on the run play. They had 2 guys to block, 1 in the hole, and then had 1 guy to lead up ahead. And they get the ball past midfield. Motion and Swift out, empty backfield. And pressure comes up the middle immediately, and he barely gets rid of it. DeForest Buckner, the quick shed, and gets into the backfield. The orbit motion this time. They set up a screen to him, and they got it. Not to him, though, to the receiver. Running a little jailbreak, and it worked to perfection. Great job. Great play call as Tillman's going to pick it up. So we're approaching the end of our first quarter here. Niners are looking to answer one of the touchdowns as Kittle on the sideline gets him 8. Good RPO. 30 seconds left. And they go on the ground. Swift, good cut, gets him the first down into the red zone. And that'll be the last play of our first quarter, in all likelihood. Maybe they'll throw one more out there. Why not? All right, so it's a 14-0 Seattle first quarter, but the Niners are looking to try to cut this back to a single score. All right, and dropping back and misses Kittle. He's got him for the touchdown. Maybe thinks he's going to flatten that out, but Swift, nowhere to go. Now we're faced with a 3rd and 11. It's been a great drive till now, but they're going to need Rodgers to step up and deliver for them here. And you know this pass rush is going to be teeing off on him. Looking like they're sending only a 3-man. Baby Wagner's coming, though. And they still get home so fast. Buckner and Verse converge on the quarterback here. No way around it there. Actually, that might have been Dallas Turner now that I think about it. Because anyway, 4th and 17. All right, Penix to throw, and he's got his man over the middle. Is that Josh Downs? It is Josh Downs to the 42.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Seattle. Counter set up here, and a great cut from Corum through the middle. Didn't stick to the outside, didn't need to. Over 100 yards on the day, and he gets him past midfield. And then, of course, after a good run, you've got to take away the threat of a run. And complete DK. And he breaks the tackle. He's got one man to beat to the end zone. Couldn't quite outrun him there. It's hard guy to track down, DK Metcalf. But Wiggins is able to save the touchdown for now. Out to the 5-yard line. And on the ground, Corum not going to get into the end zone again. 2nd and goal. Not only going out of the heavy I formation, you got DK alone up top of your screen with Marshawn Lattimore. And they go fullback dive, and he's got it. Great job up front getting the push as the Seahawks have struck for a 3rd time. Utes into the end zone. What a guy. So it's a 20-3 lead, looking to make it 21-3. A 3-score advantage for Seattle early in this one. And the Niners needed that touchdown last drive, but with the momentum this offense has, they need to keep scoring touchdowns. Try to let them slip up. And pressure immediately. He does break the sack. He just needs to get rid of it at that point, though. So Buckner is going to get credit with probably a half sack because the game loves to do that. But I don't know how you don't get rid of that ball for Rodgers. I mean, do you like the hits? I don't know. 2nd and 18. Incomplete. DJ Moore, he breaks the tackle but can't really get anywhere. Seahawks swarm to him, and they get the sack yards back, but they're going to need 10 more off the back of it.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Incomplete, but not enough for the first. Great job of tackling here by Seattle. Amos right on Tillman and gets the stop. They force the punt. Got to look to push it to a 4-score lead. And on the ground, not much there for Corum. Good blitz off the edge. What a throw! Michael Penix to Marvin Mims, I think. Yes, Marvin Mims to the 22. I'm just wildly impressed with that throw. On the run, stepping up, sidearms it while, kind of getting hit, and delivers it in stride to Mims up the sideline, working against Lattimore. Eventually does get brought down. Probably not something that would happen very often in that spot, but out to the 22. And Corum, great blocking up front. He gets down inside the 10. 1st and goal at the 7. And they run it out and just a bit outside of Hawkinson that time. That play was pretty well busted from the inside, so definitely some pressure in Penix's face on it, but gotta have that throw. Gotta have it. 2nd and goal from the 7. And he slings it out, and he's got it this time. DK Metcalf touchdown. The Seahawks have now, if they get the extra point, they've opened up a 4-score lead. Because technically speaking, 24 is not quite 4. It's very full 3. Not quite 4. There it is, a 28-3 Seahawks advantage.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Rodgers keeps it on the read option. He's got a block in front of him. He's got another man missed. And out to the 45, Aaron Rodgers not going to go quietly this year. He gets himself a 15-yard run. Great block from Swift. And a great, not really a great throw. He's wide ass open, but a great call. Good read. And a 1st down to the 33. And this time there was no chance. Pace in the middle. Turner on the outside. Everyone was sitting on that run. 2-minute warning now. Niners have just got to give themselves a shot here. Cut it to 3 scores. And that's going to be a loss. Not quite a loss, but an injury timeout. Is that it's Carter? All right, dual Carter down. So a hit to their pass rush. And we'll see how they end up pick this up then. And he could get the sack, or not quite the sack, I guess. But Jared Verse, off the edge, just dominates. And he's going to get the hit, a 50-yard field goal upcoming here for the Niners. not the result they were hoping for, as Seattle also gets 2 timeouts on the ball back with about a minute 45. But it is good, so technically speaking, still cut to a 3-score game with a 22-point deficit. Seattle now, though, they've only really needed 2 minutes per drive. Can they do it again?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And the sack. Great job by this front getting after him, getting a negative start to the drive.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
They're willing to milk this clock down. I mean, it's a great half, but why not go for the throat here? As Downs catch and run, he's going to give them a chance. Let's see if they go for. Okay, they're not. Technically speaking, though, with 2 timeouts, if they get a big chunk here, they could be sitting all right. Oh my God! Mims again up the sideline. They did it to him one more time. Penix to Mims, the connection of the day, outside of, well, Corum to fucking the second level of defense, third level of defense. That's the number one connection of the day. But one timeout, 29 seconds into field goal range. And complete to Downs. Gonna have to hurry to the ball here. And they call a timeout. So obviously I hate that.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 16 yards.
So, I mean, they did kill a full minute here, dinking around back there. So, you understand why they did it when they got the sack right away, but unfortunately, that does just leave them now with only 20 seconds to work with, no timeouts. And he gets out of bounds at the 15. This needs to be end zone or incomplete at this point. There's no benefit to anything else.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second
Man
and
coverage. And incomplete it is. So will they just kick it? They're going to give one more shot. Again, end zone or incomplete. Honestly, I'm just putting up the DK right now. Okay, incomplete. You know what? That works. He went to go back to Mims. Didn't like the look. We'll take the 3 points. Get back to a 4-score lead.
Will Riker it on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. A 31-6 advantage for Seattle as they'll take it into half.
49ers 6. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And Rodgers, he's going to take a sack. He looked like he was going to try to rear up for it, but he ends up taking a sack. And that'll take us to half. Turner with it. All right, and starting our second half off here. Starting at the 22-yard line. Rodgers has just had a rough day at the office, but he's got to shake it all off here.
22-yard line.
Put up 4 touchdowns. And not a good start to that. Dallas Turner gets home. First on the other side. And second and 16.
Brings up second and 16 at the 16-yard line.
And that is complete to Kittle. Third and 2.
To George Kittle. A gain of 14 yards. Brings up third down.
And all on the ground. And nice job to get the first. Though I do think there's a little more potential to the outside. But you know what? It's good to pick up the first down. First third down conversion of the day.
Niner first down. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of
And good route backside. Unfortunately, great coverage for them. Third and 7. And a nice completion to the hook. First down again.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
And play action, Rodgers. He gets enough time and gets a completion for a 3rd and 4 setup here.
Complete to Jordan Akins. That's a gain of 5. Brings up
Moving just a little too slowly, I think. But we'll see if they can pick it up. And they can. And that's a big chunk. DJ Moore breaks the tackle down to the 13-yard line. Haven't called his name as much as he probably needed to at this point, but when he has, he's made a big play for them. Swift just had nowhere to go. The outside collapsed in, the inside shed the block and made the play. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that's a sack by DeForest Buckner. 3rd and 12.
A loss of 5 brings up 3rd down and 12.
And another sack split up between DeForest Buckner and Dallas Turner. 8 on the day for them. A dominant showing up front and another field goal for the Niners.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And there's a big play. Brian Burns finally getting after this here. Been too quiet today, and they're going to need all of the stars to show up for them. Fred Warner also been pretty quiet outside of his injuries, so they need someone to make a big play, shift the math in this game around. They set up the screen, and Fred's going to get blocked. Corb's still out and running, and he can't quite make Wiggins miss, but he does get to a 3rd and 2. Blake Corb's having the game of his life right now. And he's going to take a shot, but he's going to get the first down to Downs. Great work.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
And play action. Penix, he swings it out wide to Downs first, and that's going to be a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
And nowhere for Corum this time. And also an injury timeout for Fred Warner again. He is fighting through it right now, but he is not doing well. Physically. Nothing. I'm not saying he's playing like ass. I'm saying physically. Like he's getting hurt. Like, poor guy. Gutting it out. And a good completion to Downs. A spin move works on the sideline. Where is he going to go, man? Anyway, first down. Don't know how you fall for that one, but good work by Downs to make a miss.
That's another Seahawks first down.
And complete. DK gets him 4. You know, where's Neighbors?
A gain of 4. It's
I've been thinking that for a couple quarters. I haven't said it, but is he hurt? And I forgot? Or did he get hurt early in this one somehow? And I didn't notice.
a gain of 4.
But he must have gotten hurt, right? Robbie Oots. All right, fourth quarter start. It is desperation time for the Niners, if it wasn't already. But a good blitz.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Back to the 22 personnel here. We're going to go toss. He's got the blocks. Utes with a pancake. And that's a first down. 15-yard carry from Corum.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
And sack. Great job at getting free by Byron Murphy. Second and 17.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
And it swings it out to Corum. This time they don't get the block set up. A third and 19.
To Blake Corum. A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
And he swings it out, trying to do the same thing again, and same result. Loss of a few yards. And they will settle for the field goal.
Will Reichard on for the
Though, again, it will make it 4 scores again, so it is good enough for this drive to do that.
His kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks 34, 49ers 9. Jamal Agnew on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, well, the odds are hugely low. It's going to take a couple bombs here from Rodgers. It's a good start. Not even probably a good enough start. But it's a good start.
18. And the 49er first down.
And a fumble. Well, and that's a pretty poor start. Ivan Pace, the strip sack. Seahawks will try to run the clock down, but that is our first turnover of the game, shockingly, in a game this one-sided, but it's going to be the last of the many daggers in the Niners' hearts here today. They will need help to get in, help from their friends here, the Cardinals. Now, that game will be a fast... No, Cardinals. Sorry, Cardinals. Their friends, the Falcons. Next game up, though, will be a fast sim as the Arizona Cardinals clinch the division with this result. So, I guess thank you guys for saving me a little time today. I did have time, though, so it's fun doing it, but I'm still not going to waste it. I got to spend a few hours with you guys tonight, so, going to have a great time. So, 3rd and 7 now. 5 minutes to play here on our fourth quarter. And offsides, Penix free play, and he's going to take a sack. So, going to see a 3rd and 2. And they set up the screen, and again, you just keep going to this well, and it's just not there for you. But, there are worse plays, specifically because it will keep the clock moving, but you're killing his receiving yards. So, the deficit only grows, but still, same math. You need 4 touchdowns, but and DJ Moore going to get him 5. At least he's out of bounds, but they need to average a touchdown a minute, with also getting the ball back in between all that.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And the blitz gets home. It's like Bobby Wagner this time. 10 sacks. They don't really need to be blitzing, but when they do, like they're not making them pay. Like that, I mean, you're giving one-on-one to the outside. Just even throw it up to DJ Moore at some point, But tries to do it. 4th and 11. Got to go for it.
Intended for DJ Moore. It's now 4th down.
Goes over the top, and DJ can't reel it in. He takes a shot and a half, though, as the Seahawks do get their 4th down stop. And they'll see if they can run the ball a little more effectively here to get this thing ran down. And Penix on the ground. He's going to take a hit. I don't know if you really like him doing that. But either way.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they go up the middle, Corum. And he's going to cut and get into the end zone. Blake Corum caps off his day with yet another touchdown. Rodgers to pass and getting sacked yet again. And another sack, why not? So hopefully this Seahawks decide to kneel us out. And on the ground, Corum trying to add some more stats. He does get to the sideline, gets 3 more yards. Minute to play.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
And on the ground, Corum will pick up the first. End this thing on another positive run. But Seattle, I mean, a dominant showing throughout here. No question who was going to win this game, basically from the rip here. And I just cannot be impressed enough by this Seattle performance. And a great way to go into the playoffs. Oof. Jeez. This Seattle team was one of the ones that I had circled as like a great team, and this was the kind of team I expected. Didn't quite show out for the rest of the year, but today it certainly did. Quorum 171, also 7 catches, 40 yards. A lot of those being negative. Mims, big plays in the middle of the game. A day to forget for this offensive line, for the Niners here. Spread out the sacks all around here. But Buckner, Dallas Turner, the stars of the day. Forced fumble by Pace. It was recovered by Buckner. No safety, no touchdown. So that'll do it. Catch you guys in the short game next, and then kind of carrying on through. Peace.